Lining up for the jam, Pixie Punk and Roller Vixen.
For the Femmes.
Thanks, Mom. Wait, did you get that one last time? You can switch. I got that one that time.
And they're off.
Krusty.
Thank you to Crust and Jello Biafra.
Grapey.
Those girls are totally getting physical out there. Let's get physical, physical.
Roller Vixen being banged around by all of the bangers.
All of those sisters.
I think we know how they got their name. Roller Vixen taking a bit of a spill. Pixie Punk taking a hit from Mad Rad. And Mad Rad going off to the penalty box.
Being so mad and rad all the time is hard.
I think the referees were angry about the purple helmet. And the jam is called off with another big Zebra Power jam with 0 points.
Don't have any Olivia Newton-John, do you?
I do not.
Wham. Wham.
No, I didn't.
Your jammers this time around, Katarina Hit and Ida Kilder.
Yeah, we're both
I love you guys because you're paying attention and cheering. Everyone else should follow their example. Ida Kilder knocked to the ground. Katarina Hit is your lead jammer. And Kelly, you missed it. Dreidel Robber was spun to the inside.
I'd kill her smoking her way around that track.
Meanwhile, Pogue Mahone hit by, struck by a smooth criminal.
What era is Sir Mix-a-Lot? Was that 80s?
That was 90s.
Okay. Then you're in the wrong era.
It's early 90s.
Dead Lila lining up against Apple. Well, we've been educated about music that de facto time, the late 80s, early 90s, all of it counts.
Your 612 Shoddy Apple Smacks is up on the jammer line.
Hey, Margie. Kapow! Dead Lila trying to bump Apple Smacks off her game.
I love the fact that I get to track both of you. It's awesome. I okay, here's the funny part.
Apple Smacks having a tough time getting through the banger defense. Dead Lila also having a tough time getting through the Violent Femmes defense.
You'd love that, wouldn't you, Kelly?
I don't think either team wants to see a point scored this jam.
I yell at everybody. I know you would.
Is that Dreidel, Dreidel, Dreidel? That's Apple.
Fannie Mae getting up from the inside.
Apple Smack is sent to the box.
She did something wrong.
I heard that. I did. Okay, you know the scary part about it is? Apple was the first
Stabby Cat and Mad Rad jostling with each other.
bad injury I had here. Yeah. When I had to call the ambulance in here. That was way down in hall A.
Lisa Ornery trying to help her jammer out. Shawana Beatdown has not something to say about it. And shock of all shocks, K-Zilla going back to the penalty box. I actually don't think I've seen her go to the box that many times in a bout before. It's a little bit odd.
It's boring. It's boring. That's Sean, also known as Wilhelm here.
Apple Smacks is back in the jam, and it is over. Not before it can be called.
Killy, you need to come out and see our show at Fast.
If I'm not mistaken, that jam actually outlasted the song.
Yeah, it did.
First time that's happened tonight. Lining up for the jam this time, we've got Katarina Hit for the Banger Sisters, Roller Vixen for the Violent Femmes.
It's very vital. It's tricky.
Roller Vixen's tricky, and she's your lead jammer.
It's tricky to rock a rhyme, and it's also tricky to get a lead jammer. Tricky, 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 tricky. 1 minute, 20 seconds left in the period. 99 Violent Femmes, 24 Banger Sisters. Whose game is it? Anyone's.
And at least 112 bottles of beer on the wall at Grumpy's for the after party.
It is tricky to rock a rhyme, to rock a rhyme that's right on time. It's tricky, 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 tricky. Jam is called. There's also food, karaoke, rock band, free parking.
And I believe a dance party.
And Dance Dance Revolution.
Timeout
Disco
being
dance.
called. Your score currently stands at 100 for the Violent Femmes, 24 for the Banger Sisters.
Whose game is it? Anybody's. It's Dylan's game.
Pixie Punk ready to jam for the Bangers. And Killy's favorite.
Dreidel, dreidel, dreidel. Super Alternative Dreidel is up jamming for the Femmes.
She was super alternative before it was cool.
She was alternative like a African giraffe playing bongo something. That's alternative.
What?
Yes.
Killy, even Reefer looked at you like, what? Dreidel Robber fighting through the Bangers.
That's alternative, folks.
Dreidel, 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 you are the lead jammer.
Dreidel, dreidel, dreidel. Blah, blah, something else.
Meanwhile, Pixie Punk being sent to the penalty box. That won't help her chances, and
That's
Dreidel
the jam.
Robber calls off the jam. Timeout being called.
By Peter.
Buster Hyman wants to get a quick high 10 from our stats people.
Or
Clamming
a low
Succast.
5.
Or a low 5.
Hey folks, if you're not heading over to Grumpy's to meet new people and make awesome decisions, you should head over to Yelp.com to check out what else is going on here in the cities. Real people, real reviews. Yelp.com.
And walking past the stage once again, the new Tetris champion, Take That Ben Mullins.
In your face, Ben. Now who's a bohunk? Not you.
I mean, we like you and all, but you got beat, which means you must lose your crown.
By a girl. A little girl. Little girl, you have a challenger over here. Another boy who thinks he's big.
The Radio K guy wants to be knocked down a couple of pegs by you.
He wants to feel like a littler girl.
Roller Vixen, the lone jammer on the track. No pack quickly declared.
Who am I dancing with? Myself.
Roller Vixen's dancing with herself right now, being the only jammer out there.
She is dancing with herself, and it's pretty awesome as lead jammer.
She is your lead jammer. This is the last jam of the night. Let them hear it, everybody.
Subaka heading to the penalty box for the Banger Sisters.
Roller Vixen with a quick grand slam.
Nothing to lose and nothing to prove, Roller Vixen. Dance with yourself.
Roller Vixen dodging a smooth
And that's
criminal
the
hit.
jam.
Calls off the jam. That's the evening, everybody.
Not anybody's game anymore. The Violent Femmes come out ahead with 115. Banger Sisters 24.
The Violent Femmes are going to be facing against Delta Delta Die in the championship. It's going to be a fantastic bout. Come back on May 14th to see that. Come back on April 30th to see the Supernovas and the Northern Lights take on Chicago. April 23rd, the Supernovas will be at the Terror Dome, also known as Juvie Hall, also known as the St. Paul Armory. Give a big round of applause to the Violent Femmes.
If you haven't had enough Derby action, folks, tomorrow at Juvie Hall at noon, the Twin Cities Junior Roller Derby is playing. Juvie Hall is also known as the St. Paul Armory. Come check them out. They're super cute and super scary.
Another big round of applause for the Banger Sisters. Thank you, one and all. We will see you on April 30th if we don't see you at the Twin Cities Junior Derby.
Check out www.tcjrd.com for tomorrow's event.
And come party with us at Grumpy's in downtown.
Meet new people and make bad decisions.
We're going to be drinking, partying. You should show up and party along with us.
Thanks for coming tonight, folks. Good night.